Thank you, sir. The Honorable Ndlozi.
Thank you, Deputy President and Speaker. Deputy President, would you agree that if there was a unit inside SARS which collected intelligence using covert means, would, according to this answer that you've just provided, be illegal, meaning it would be a rogue unit? And as a result, it would mean that your government has to either take action against the individuals involved, secondly, disband it, but thirdly, Deputy President, make sure that it doesn't happen again. Thank you.
Honorable Deputy President.
Thank you very much. The honorable member would appreciate the fact that this matter that you're speaking about, as we speak, it's in front of the court. As to determine whether that unit was correctly established or not correctly established. So it would be really prematurely or wrong for us to start talking about a matter that is before court. Let's allow the court to finalize the matter without us talking about it and putting our views. Thank you very much.
Point of order, Speaker.
What is your point of order?
With the greatest respect, Honorable Speaker, there is a precedence. The matter of sub judice was clarified that indeed we can, because there is no court that can suspend, because of the separation of powers, your government being held accountable about the activities happening under your watch. Essentially, you are saying we can't do our duty until a court says so. So a matter can be commented on. There is a ruling of this House to that effect, Honorable Speaker. I plead with you, direct the Deputy President in line with the Constitution to answer the question and not say, no, I don't want to answer it. He must be held accountable. His government must be held accountable. If there was a rogue unit within SARS established by Honorable Jamnandis, isn't it obvious that your government must take action against him and all those that participated in that unit?
Order, thank you, honorable members. May I rule on this point of order? Order.
Chair.
Order. Honorable members, Honorable Ndlozi says we must rule on this matter. The truth of the matter is that this matter is not only in front of the court, it is pending the decision of the court. Secondly, you do have a rule that says when any matter is pending a judicial decision, it's very specific, that we cannot talk on it. I don't think that that says that we are mum or that we are scared or that we can't deal with the matter. I think that the precedents you are referring to is something that I will look at. But for now, I will rule that that question, this supplementary, be set aside until I can get clarity on that, and therefore that, Deputy President, your response for today is sufficient. I want to, Honorable Ndlozi, I do not want to enter into a question and answer session with you. Deputy President, please take your seat.
Speaker, I respect that. Oh. Can I address you, Speaker?
You will address me?
Thanks. I respect that. But can we get an assurance that then you will direct him to write that answer to us? Because you are going to make up your mind, as you say, Honorable Speaker, as to whether you should persuade the Deputy President to answer. Because we submitted a question. This is the follow-up. We are well within our rights. If you arrive at the determination that the Deputy President, there's no court order that says we can't hold him accountable. If you arrive at such a determination, can you please have him put it in writing, because our supplementary question was not answered?
Thank you very much. The supplementary question was answered. And I want to say that I find it very difficult, members, to all of you, when you instruct us how to rule, when we are presiding. It's very problematic. I've ruled on this matter, and it will stay there. Honorable Steenhuisen, you have a matter?
Madam Speaker, may I request that this matter is referred to the Rules Committee? Because we have had precedents in the past. Got rulings from the Honourable Ginwala made in the House before, and as well as in the Fifth Parliament. The sub judice rule does no longer apply in South African law. The MIDI television case, it was held in the Constitutional Court, was very clear on that. What we can't do is discuss the merits of the case. But frankly, there are other issues that relate to the so-called rogue unit that have been dispensed with already by the Nugent Commission, as well as by Parliament. And I think that to rule this type of question out of order, it severely impedes members of Parliament's ability to do that. So may I ask that this ruling is referred to the Rules Committee urgently, because otherwise ministers and the executive are going to hide behind the sub judice rule continuously, in spite of the MIDI television ruling in the courts. Thank you.
Honourable members, I will refer this to the Rules Committee, but my ruling stands. The supplementary to the Deputy President, he must express an opinion. And that opinion would be out of order since he is not a court. And that is why I'm ruling it out of order.
Thank you, Speaker. Deputy President, let me remind this House that there are legal experts that are saying that this rogue unit is not necessarily illegal, even though it hadn't come via the President. But that's the first thing. But the intelligence in South Africa, in my view, Deputy President, is ineffective. Had it been effective, then of course my friends in red would not have looted the VBS bank for starters. They would not have evaded the SARS, and they would have paid their taxes. Now, what are you going to do, Deputy President, to ensure that intelligence is more effective in South Africa?
Imam, have you finished putting your question?
There was no question. I'm raising on a point of order.
Can I address him first? Have you finished putting your question?
Deputy President, what are you going to do to ensure that we have a more effective intelligence to prevent the looting of funds like what has happened by my friends in red with the VBS bank and the evasion of taxes in South Africa through SARS? Can you please tell us?
Honourable Ndlozi, you rose on a point of order. What is your point of order?
The point of order is that the honourable member says there are people who are wearing red, and Honourable Barbara Day is wearing red, who have looted VBS Bank. The chief whip of the House is wearing red. Has she looted? If that's the case, he's impugning on the reputation of honourable members without a substantive motion. I would rule that you rule him out of...
Move on that premise, because if someone stood up here and said the DA have stolen the land, that one is going to be a problem. So please ask Sheikh Iman not to provoke the EFF, because there is no court of law or any report for that matter have found any EFF on that report.
Point of order, Chair.
So we must not enter into that debate, especially with this member
Honourable
who
members.
has a fraud case. But we don't speak about that fraud case here, Speaker.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Honourable members, may I rule? Order. Order. Honourable members, it is not unparliamentary to refer to a political party. We've had precedents. If you remember, in 2014, there was a matter taken to court by the EFF, and that matter we lost as Parliament because they referred to the ANC in a particular matter. So the Honourable Sheikh Imam went in a very roundabout way to pose this question and referred to members wearing red is actually not unparliamentary. So I rule against that. Honourable Deputy President, please proceed.
Thank you very much, Honourable Speaker.
Honourable members, please take your seat.